In addition to all that, I wanted to see y'all opinions on, I asked y'all on Twitter about if the snippets are hitting as hard after Whole Lotta Red and Eternal Atake released as they were before. Now, what I meant by that was not like, are you still listening to the old snippets? I'm talking about like the new snippets that are coming out after both of those highly anticipated albums come out. Because I think that Uzi and Carti, and this isn't to like diss them or anything, but it's going to be hard for them to build up as much hype as they did for Eternal Atake and A Whole Lotta Red. Like, imagine trying to build, like, the reason that they all had so much hype and like built sales for themselves for first week was because they waited like 2 to 3 years. Carti waited 2 years, right? 2.5 years. Uzi waited 2017 to 2020, so almost 3 years as well. So both passed 2.5 years. So that means all of the starving fans who want Uzi and Carti music still, you're gonna have to wait 2.5 to 3 years again if you want as much hype as Uzi and Carti. I mean, as they did for Eternal Atake and Whole Lotta Red. And it also takes time to make good music, I think. But on the opposite side, sales doesn't always, it's not always reliant on hype, because if you look at Lil Durk, he dropped around the same time as Whole Lotta Red, I think like the day before, and he had way less hype than Playboi Carti, or at least maybe I'm just biased because I'm not really the biggest Lil Durk fan. I'm a way bigger Playboi Carti fan, as y'all know, and y'all were more hyped for Whole Lotta Red. And when Eternal Atake dropped, the whole internet was like breaking, and that sold like 300K. But now Lil Durk and like say Pop Smoke and fucking Lil Baby, I feel like no one was really that hyped for, like, they were hyped for Lil Baby to drop music. Like, yeah, it's great when our favorite artists drop, but there's no way they had like the Eternal Atake Whole Lotta Red hype. And those albums, Lil Durk and Lil Baby, are outselling both of these albums. Like, Lil Baby had the most streams on his album My Turn out of all the albums, even Eternal Atake and like Dark Lane demo tapes for Drake. And then Lil Durk is already outselling A Whole Lotta Red, where Lil Durk dropped a whole ass album like early 2020, as opposed to Carti, who dropped like mid 2018. And so maybe for Uzi and Carti, the whole way, if they're listening, or their team, maybe the way to sell music is to kind of pull the NBA Youngboy method, shout out Youngboy fans, and drop music consistently, because it looks like first week sales aren't always completely dependent on the hype of the album, because Whole Lotta Red has so much hype, but then it got so much hate as well. So maybe the hype is kind of like counterproductive, because then a ton of fans are going to come listen to it that had no business listening to it, rather than letting the core fan base just stream the shit out of it. You feel me? So hopefully Uzi and Carti drop consistently. I don't think what I said before, I cancel that out. Maybe they don't have to wait 2.5 to 3 years to make great music again. They should just drop more consistently so that they can keep their sales up. Plus, they can make so much more money, even if their sales drop like on a per song basis. That's why NBA Youngboy is likely making his label more money than everybody else's label is making off of them, because he may get only like 3 million streams on a song, but he's dropping a song every week. So like, his fans are happy as shit. He doesn't care if people outside of his fan base are like saying that he's dropping too much music. And yeah, so everyone's fed. You feel me? Those are my thoughts on the Whole Lotta Red and Eternal Atake. The next album, which would be like Love Is Rage 3 and Forever Young for Uzi. And then we don't necessarily know what would be next for Carti, to be honest.